1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Come on. Hey.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now Moon. It's complete to his big target, Crumpler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rally to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Moon. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They're going to try and throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have the Giants' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Dragon 60. 19 Wyatt.
Moon to throw. Throw caught there by Crumpler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here for the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
Those moments to happen, incredible when they do, and you saw the celebration, pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Giants are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after one.
Okay, ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now move. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Now Jackson. This pass complete to Melton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
We spend a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spend a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Oh, going for Sanders downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you get 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Moon. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
To throw, Moon. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Deshaun Jackson with career touchdown number 70. And the Commanders are once again back in front.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's Johnson again on second down.
And not much of an opening there, as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play. Huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
In motion right comes Green.
18 Riley.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points of the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Washington. Deshaun Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To throw on 2nd down, Moon. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Moon.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Giants' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Moon. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Ready? Cut back in! Cut back in! 50 process! 50!
Now a 1st down throw, Moon. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, it's Moon.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. 20, 10, 5.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Ready, check. 7 Tigers, 7 touchdown streak.
On first down, Moon. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Play action. It's Moon. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Commanders will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Got a man complete to Miller. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back.
Sanders is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Phillips now from the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Hold it,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Hot 70, hot 70.
Johnson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
He's able to find Melton.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Another throw and 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Move. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go, here we go. Dixie Maverick, Dixie Maverick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 26 yards. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Prater for the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Moon. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Prater on to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Phillips now from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. It's a second down run with Sanders. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Jackson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL. Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Extra point good by Prater. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Right there, right there. Hurry, hurry.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.